You had a story when you was in Toronto. You was playing scout team with you with Steph on the scout team, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I had like every series I was a different person. So I think first I was like DJ Augustine, had to watch film on him. We played Orlando and then who we played for that Philly. I don't remember who I was there. I wasn't myself the whole playoffs. So and then we get to Milwaukee, I like middle, so you just have like and then we got to the finals and basically the scout team would have to just watch a little bit of film of what they do. And we weren't like practicing hard or anything, but like when we did practice or we had to be able to run their plays without them saying anything, show the look. And man, I ain't even touched the ball. If I was Steph, I'm just basically just running around. They was like, I'm like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like they're not even letting me get the ball. So I don't know how great I did of showing out I was Steph. But it was pretty cool to like, just feel like, you were pitching in and being able to contribute to the team, man. So that felt pretty dope just to kind of the guys that weren't playing, we were doing our own thing, trying to help the guys that were. So it was pretty cool.
Man, what's it like? What's that NBA defense like? You said you couldn't touch the ball. Like,
Man, I'm telling you, like combination of Pascal, Kawhi, and then Kalo, man, them guys was like, I mean, even Danny, like they were just so physical, man. Like it literally was tough for me just to get to where I needed to get to on the floor. Like I mean, Kawhi is like the strongest dude I ever played against. Side story with him, training camp. I remember I was so nervous, man. We had like 6 goals, and we are doing 1-on-1 at all the different goals. And whoever had the most points at the end of like 10 minutes went to the main goal and played in front of everybody. It was like this big deal. And of course, I make it. I don't know how, but I had a lot of points. I was cooking. I was ready. And I get to the end. It's me, Norman Powell, and Kawhi. And so who do I match up first with? Kawhi. I had zero chance of stopping this dude. Like all he did was put one shoulder, went by me, dumped. And I also was thinking I'm not gonna be the one to hurt the franchise player. Like, you got it, bro. Like y'all not finna cut me for that. Like you got it. But I just remember how strong dude was. I was like, this is the strongest dude I've ever ever played against. He's just naturally just I mean, it's crazy. He put his hand out, you ain't going nowhere. So, but yeah, it was crazy. The defense, that tandem with Pascal, and then having Marc Gasol out there, like it was a lot of length, good pace. They set the team up right at the end. So it was pretty crazy.
man, what's it? What? Because a lot of times you hear guys talk, or I guess people talk about the NBA is not physical no more. So, is there a difference in the physicality? Like, do you notice little things about how, say, Kawhi is physical versus EuroLeague, or even Kawhi is physical versus another NBA defender? Because obviously he one of the best.
Uh, the game. Well, I've only played in like 12 games or so in the league. And during the regular season, I feel like it's completely like it's really different than how the playoffs were. Man, watch and I didn't play in the playoffs, but just watching, I mean, the refs let you get away with a lot more stuff in the playoffs. So you could check people, you could hit people. So it had that same speed as the regular season, but it just got a lot more grimy. You know what I'm saying? You have to work a lot harder for whatever you did get. So I noticed that very quickly, even in the first round of the playoffs. I mean, I was like, man, the referees let you play in the playoffs. So I think the biggest difference, like regular season, it was kind of tough because when I got in, sometimes it was like it wasn't that bad. Either it was garbage time or it was like into the second quarter, and it was like kind of just free flowing. It was pretty easy. You dribble the ball up. But when you get in garbage time, guys trying to press you, you're like, man, I've been sitting on the bench for 2 hours, and then I get in, they pressing you, you trying to, I'm like, I can't even get what I need to do. But nah, I think it was pretty similar to the G League as far as the flow, but the playoffs is completely different. That's what I noticed.